Childhood wounds are unpleasant events that occur during our childhood time and provoke a negative emotional response. The memories of those events and the emotions that were associated with it don't just disappear. They get repressed into our subconscious mind, determining a huge part of our behaviors and personalities as we grow up. They even have a huge impact on our relationship dynamics with others. There are 5 main emotional or childhood wounds: the betrayal wound, the abandonment wound, the agreement wound, the rejection wound, and the humiliation wound. In this video, we will focus on the betrayal wound. If the child experiences physical, emotional, or sexual abuse by one of their caregivers, or they get lied to by their caregivers, or their caregivers promise them to do something for them and never do, or one of their caregivers abuses the other caregiver, then the child will grow up having the betrayal wound. People who have the betrayal wound or suffer from the betrayal wound grow up possessing certain characteristics, such as being overly controlling of situations or others to avoid being betrayed or feeling hurt. They lack the trust for others, find it very difficult to trust others. They are hypersensitive to disloyalty. They always in the lookout for signs of dishonesty or disloyalty. They can be rigid. At work, they often possess leadership roles such as managers, leaders, supervisors to ensure they are in control of the situation or of the environment. And they often be micromanagers to again ensure that they are in control of everything, and so they don't get betrayed or get lied to or mistreated by others. They can be perfectionists. They hold a very high standard for themselves and others to avoid failure, and they never ask for help or support. They like to do everything by themselves because they have that deep belief that if they don't rely on anyone, no one can hurt them. So they work really hard, and so they do everything by themselves, and when they do it, they make sure that it's done in 100%. As I said, to avoid failure, and so that nobody can let them down or criticizes them. While on the other side, they can be very, very judgmental, criticizing others for anything and everything. Deep inside them, there is a huge feeling of fear of being betrayed, let down, or lied to. They can be suspicious and paranoid, especially in intimate relationships. They have the urge to always be right, and they fight for being right, and they often hold grudges about things that happened in the past, and they don't let go. They find it very, very hard to let go of things. They have that deep fear within them, the fear of being betrayed, lied to, or mistreated by others. And that shapes the entire dynamics of their relationships. They can either be clingy to prevent being betrayed, or they are avoidant to avoid being betrayed. And often in their relationships, they either find themselves cheated on, betrayed, and or mistreated. And this often happens to them, and they don't even know why. And as much as they try to control the situation and try to control others, they often find themselves in situations where they are betrayed. They attract to themselves people who often betray them.